it. Let's start it.
All right, we'll start it.
Just start it while he's laughing.
4, 3, 2.
Just keep going. Our friend's house.
Podcast.
Just keep that as the intro's on. Fuck
We've been trying to do
That was
this.
a great one. The fact that I'm glad you kept going, Marco. Just good job.
I tried
I
so
was
hard,
serious.
dude.
Dude, I tried so hard,
Dude, I just look at him. He's laughing.
but in the end, it didn't even matter.
In the end, bro, you laughed through the whole time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god damn.
It's okay. Each intro will
I
be
tried,
like
dude,
unique
I
in its
tried.
own way.
Yeah. All right, so we've been trying to do that intro for
20 minutes.
24 minutes.
Oh my god.
Yeah, welcome back.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not the Quarter Life
Quarter life.
Crisis
No.
podcast anymore. It was taken.
Yeah, so the name was taken. We thought it wasn't, and we picked it last minute because we just needed to start the podcast. And yeah, but we changed it to Our Friend's House. And now everything else on the podcast should reflect that. Yeah.
Just don't mind him, guys. He's in his own.
Just a little. He's gonna probably have a little fun this episode. He seemed very quiet in the first episode. That probably might not be the case in this episode.
He's legit
He's a
crying.
beautiful human being.
Yeah.
I can tell you from
You
experience.
good?
I mean, look at him.
Look at the hair.
Look at him. That's crazy.
Look at the beard.
The scar.
We interrupt this program with your daily podcast. we got Celery on the track. We got the boy Cedrix, my boy Ragu. And last but not least, El Cañón. That's me.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
So
You know-
left to right, celery,
Yeah.
Cedrix,
Yep.
ragu, like the pasta sauce.
Yeah.
Okay. And El Cañón,
It's because I thought about wriggling,
wriggling,
but then I was like, Ragu sounds like
Italian.
Italiano. But as soon as I said it, I was like, that sounded a lot better in my head.
I
Ragu?
liked it.
It came
Ragu
out
sounds like the protagonist of a fucking anime, dude.
Oh my
Me?
god.
No, Ragu.
Oh. I mean, he
If
could
it's a
be.
pasta sauce.
Ragu.
Yeah.
Ragu. Like Goku, but Ragu.
Ragu,
Yeah.
you're Italian Goku, bro.
Italian.
Goku's Italian cousin, dude.
Ragu.
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 Gotta say it with this.
But if you had two, it's even better.
No, if you had two, then you're Argentinian, bro.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, you're not Italian anymore.
Pero qué onda?
Anyways, our friend's house.
Yeah, our friend's house. Yeah, with Celery Celeste, Isidro, Ragu Rigo, and El Cañón Marco.
Dude, I remember.
Literally, all of them has to do with like our names except yours.
And you're just fucking
Yours is
Italian.
not-
All of ours
It's like
rhyme
with our name except yours.
Like El Cañón.
I mean, I
Marco.
don't know, can I call myself Marquise?
Marquis.
He calls me that. Damn, I named jumped already.
What?
Fuck.
What? Marquis?
I guess that works. Man, I'm so bad at this.
Was not.
Oh god.
Was that not one of the? Was that not one of the?
I think you said Marquis. And I said Marquis.
You
You did hear it. You
I
did hear
said
it.
Marquis, and he thought that you said Marquis.
Oh, no. You know what? I'll take it.
Oh god.
Sometimes I get some gas. It doesn't come out through there, but it's just, I get gassy.
I mean, you don't have it to come out through there.
Huh?
You don't have the thing for.
The level.
Oh,
Oh fuck, man.
you never know.
All right.
It's because you know how like if you have like a
Okay.
have like a
Cut.
whoopee cushion.
All
on
right.
the
Let's
floor?
move on to whatever we're
So-
talking about next, guys.
We all watched the new Batman movie.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah.
And
So
I think
that was,
we
wait. So that's what we were gonna talk about last week.
yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
we wanted
but
to start off the podcast by talking about the Batman.
yeah, we couldn't watch it the day we all planned to watch it because our cat was dying.
He was not.
He wasn't dying, but
He got sick. We had to take him to the
he
vet.
might as well been dying.
It was crazy. I saw the ambulance coming. Everywhere.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
The cat ambulance.
Yeah. I was at home at the time, and I just remember seeing it in my head. I got the message, and I was like, "The ambulance is going right now."
Yeah. So
All you hear is.
Jesus Christ.
Attack on Titan intro. Fucking intense as shit.
So
Anyways.
last week on Wednesday, only me and Marco saw it with our other friend Eric.
Yeah.
And then I went to go watch it again with
With-
him
with-
on
yeah.
Tuesday. So I've seen it twice. And
Total
Marco's
of
seen it
6
once.
hours.
Oh, we got
Yeah,
little
total-
buttons.
Yeah. Oh, we got little buttons too. Yeah, we'll bring them. I'll
Oh,
bring them
shit,
next
bro.
week. I'll bring them
I
next
Oh
week.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
so
yeah,
sad
yeah,
about
buttons.
that.
I had one on my backpack, but I gave it to my boss's son.
Mm.
Why?
I don't know, cause I had two of them. They look the same. So I
Yeah.
just gave
Oh,
it
the one that say Batman on them.
It's a two.
we got
It's two of them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
yeah,
two of those.
yeah.
Yeah, so they missed out on that. So I've seen it for a total of 6 hours because the movie's 3 hours long. In case you guys
pretty
don't know
long.
that yet.
It's 3
Um,
hours long, so you better be prepared.
yeah. There's definitely a lot of people going to the bathroom. Even when I watched it the
People
second
were,
time,
like,
it
standing
wasn't
up.
a mistake. It wasn't like because when we saw it, I thought, oh, people just didn't know it was 3 hours long.
Mhm.
And I would assume by Tuesday people would have figured it out. But
Yeah,
nah.
yeah.
Yeah,
Like there was people going to the bathroom.
People were like
and stuff.
continuously standing up
Mhm.
and like walking
yeah.
past
Yeah.
and stuff, like legit.
Isidro got a little uncomfortable at some point.
Really?
I
He
had.
didn't recline his seat.
I didn't
Oh.
recline.
No, he
Well,
was
yeah,
making it so hard for himself. I'm telling
I didn't
you.
recline my seat, and then, like, at that theater, you walk in, and basically, like, the snacks, drinks, and everything is like different.
It's like self-serve.
Self-serve. It's different.
Oh,
like
you took
al-
them to the same theater?
Yeah,
almost
okay.
like
The theater's pretty cool.
It is.
It's
It is,
a
it's
I've
big.
never been there before.
Me
That's why I
either.
wanted you guys to go because it's nice.
Yeah.
And the snacks aren't that expensive.
Yeah, and he was like, like, sorry, dude, it's because that play. I was confused. I felt like I was at Toys R Us before movies, and so like,
No, legit. I was too. I was like,
Yeah,
where the
yeah.
fuck do I go?
yeah,
Yeah.
because I was like, okay, like soda, and then I told the girl, I was like, she was like, do you want a drink? And I was like, yeah, can I get a Coke? And then she's like, sure. And I was like, how much do I owe you? And she's like, you don't pay here. And I was like, what? And then
You should get everything and then go pay.
yeah, they
Like,
gave me
it's-
popcorn, and I was like, I don't pay here. And she's like, no. And I was like, what the fuck? I was so confused. And it really wasn't that expensive.
No.
I was really surprised about that. Yo.
Because then I also get the 20% off from the.
Yeah.
That takes off a huge.
Yeah,
like,
it
a
did.
almost
huge
took off like
chunk.
$10
Like
off.
$10
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, goddamn.
And I got a medium. That shit was hella, dude.
Bro, you got a large soda. Marco went all out.
No. I got a large soda.
Yeah, you got a large
But I
soda.
got a medium popcorn.
Medium popcorn.
Okay, because
Fancy.
I was trying to watch me figura. But
Yeah, I saw Marco grab
There's-
a large soda. I was like, oh, he's going all out.
I was
this
trying
week.
to have a good time.
Yeah.
That theater was cool.
Yeah.
It was like
It really was.
I was like, we gotta go to that theater for all movies from now on.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm hella
Like,
down.
it has nothing on these theaters over here.
And Jujutsu Kaisen is
Oh,
playing
yeah,
there on
the
Friday,
eight-
so we're
the
gonna go
18th.
there on Friday.
Apparently, I have no choice.
Wait.
It's
Dude.
this Friday. It's this Friday coming up.
Jujutsu Kaisen
Yeah,
Zero?
zero.
Yeah.
Dude, you guys are in for a fucking treat.
Yo, I'm really fucking excited for that.
And then would we do the podcast after?
Well,
Yeah, we'd
Well,
have.
on
Oh,
Friday?
we'll talk about this afterwards because we're watching it on Friday and we're gonna record next week on Friday.
I
Yeah.
would just like to say I have no choice. He's making me
yeah.
watch it.
She doesn't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
watch Jujutsu Kaisen.
But you know what? It's gonna be an experience because if she sees the prequel and then she tries to actually watch the show, she might actually like it. I don't know why I'm talking like that. I feel like I just really like the anime. I didn't expect to like it as much as I do now, and I don't know. I just kind of became.
I
a
just
fanboy.
picture you watching it and when the outro starts kicking in, you're just like,
dude. Hey,
He just stands up. He's
the
like, hell
voice
yeah.
starts going down. And he's like,
I don't know, man. I just feel like, I mean, yeah, I like anime and stuff, and like the intros and everything. Like the Attack on Titan intro, the first one, I didn't really like the second one.
oh yeah, no. They tried to bring it back in season 3. It's pretty much the exact same intro as season 1.
Yeah,
It's like
like,
a remix of season 1.
Jujutsu Kaisen just has like the best fucking intros.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
intro and outro.
Mhm.
It's just like-
Songs and like visual background, like
Yeah.
the actual. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we'll talk about Jujutsu Kaisen when
I was about to say
Yeah.
that's a story for next week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
yeah,
next
yeah,
week.
yeah.
After we've seen the movie, we'll talk about Jujutsu Kaisen. Now we need to talk about Batman.
Right
Yes.
now,
What is- we need to know.
It was long.
Yeah,
So-
that was
Yeah.
that was the first thing that they said when we left, and that's why when we were gonna go watch it again, I asked Marco if he wanted to go watch it again because he liked it.
I was entertained, and I
Yeah.
wouldn't say that I didn't like it.
Yeah.
It's just me. I have a very bad, like, I can't watch movies twice. Like, the
And
only.
then it was 3 hours long.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
it's like
that's
super
a-
quick. Too.
that's
It's
a-
like
Yeah.
That's a
like
bigger.
super, like
that's
short
a-
time
that's-
span.
Yeah, that's a
when-
bigger deal.
And so, like, I think the only movie that I've been able to watch other than Bugs Life,
Yes.
classic Pixar movies.
Gotta watch them twice.
Gotta watch them twice, 7 times.
You gotta
maybe.
watch more of them. Is what you gotta watch.
Yeah, I got.
'Cause-
That's gonna be next topics, right?
You gotta watch Soul, Coco.
Okay.
Sorry.
Back to Batman.
Yeah,
Back to Batman.
So, I can't watch movies multiple times, and I just couldn't do it again. But yeah, I liked it. It was entertaining.
Yeah.
I definitely left that theater being like, I
Not-
didn't
Like,
regret
all right,
watching
all
this.
right.
Yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
Another one to the collection, the Cape Crusader.
I think I'll refrain from any like, oh, who's a better Batman? Ooh, fucking having to like have them compete against each other. Like this is a different movie,
Yeah.
and it's a different actor playing a different role. It's
Yeah,
Batman.
They're playing two very
It's
different
Batman,
characters,
but
yeah.
it's not. I liked how real. Everything from the city itself, the people, things in this movie felt real.
Like they set the
Like
setting
Gotham, I think, adding on to something that we talked that night that Rio said, the city, Gotham felt like Gotham.
like a real city.
Like, why
It
would
did-
anyone live there?
It didn't.
Yeah.
It felt like the actual Gotham. It reminded me a lot of the games.
Like Arkham City.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's obviously because it's something you're playing.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
you're experiencing that city. It's not just like Rigo said the other night about and obviously it's all modeled after New York, but you could almost see it
because
like
Dark
this.
Knight always just felt like Chicago. Like it felt
Right,
like
it felt
place
like
that
it-
existed, and
yeah,
Batman
yeah,
just
yeah.
so happened to be there. It didn't feel like his home.
His home, right. And this, I think the movie got that it showed that very well, and also Batman himself is very. I know like memes and shit. It's like, oh, emo
Robert
Batman, emo
Pattinson.
Batman.
Well, I mean, Batman's he's like an emo.
The
He has an
character.
emo aspect to him
Yeah.
as a superhero.
He's always came
general,
off like very
right?
stoic.
Yeah.
Like he's not somebody who's obviously, in this one it doesn't show, but I'm assuming with further movies,
Time,
yeah, we're gonna probably get to see like Playboy Bruce Wayne
Yeah.
when he actually adopts Bruce Wayne as like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
The
that was
alter
a key
ego.
moment. Yeah, and that was a key moment in the movie. Like I felt when the mayor, like when she becomes the mayor, she tells him, like she walks up to him and she's like, "Hey, like your parents used to be into philanthropy. I want to get you back into this." It shows that like
They're setting it up. It's being set
Yeah.
up
and
slowly without. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know how like when the Riddler, I feel like that's a huge thing, like that, like in the comics.
The
is
first
that,
one
like,
to
when
notice-
he has the mask.
That's his.
him.
Yeah.
And the Riddler points that out. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, everyone wants to mask you, but they know that
They
like
know
they don't
that-
know that this
is you.
So
Yeah.
it's like Bruce Wayne is the person he needs to try to become. He
Yeah.
needs to become like, get back into like, all right, well, what does a Playboy do? How am I gonna play this off? Because right now, if anyone sees him, it's like, well, I'm pretty sure it's that emo dude that has a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
But think going back to what you're saying about like Gotham, or just not saying that it's like definitively saying like which Batman is better, but I did talk about it with one of my friends last week after we saw it, when he was like, "Oh, it was like the best on-screen Batman like that we've had," and I told him that I like kind of agree with him. Like, if you don't want to definitively say like, I don't think he's my favorite. I think he's just a really good depiction
Of the
what
Batman
I've
that they're
always
going
wanted
for.
to see
Yeah,
Batman
yeah,
to
yeah.
be. on screen. I told him it's probably not my favorite movie, just because The Dark Knight with its history, like I like that. But
Dark Knight
it's
was,
not. Yeah, and it's not even that like The Dark Knight is a better Batman. I just think it's a better movie. That movie's equally as long, but you don't feel it
Yeah.
be long. Batman, like when I rewatched it, I feel like the first half flies by, but then at the end it
Yeah.
just
It's
slows
the end,
yeah.
down.
that last part.
And it's not
yeah.
that nothing interesting is happening. He's
No,
beating
it's
up
just-
everybody. It just
Yeah.
slows down so much.
Yeah.
Like it ends multiple times. It's like the Carmine stuff,
Yeah.
the Riddler stuff, then shows up. And should we put like a spoiler warning at the start? Like I'd assume like everyone's seen
I
the
guess.
movie by now.
I mean, and if we title
Yeah,
it the
yeah,
Batman,
you should probably
Yeah.
spoiler
like
warning.
Yeah.
there's gonna be spoilers, obviously.
Yeah.
Spoiler
like,
alert.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you should. It's been like 2 weeks. Like
Yeah.
yeah. If we
You
saw
can put
it
a
the weekend
spoiler
of-
alert, I guess.
Yeah.
in
I'll
the
put
beginning.
spoiler
Yeah.
warning in the title or whatnot. But
I mean, it's gonna take like a week to edit too, right?
yeah, it's not coming out till next week. This won't come out till next week. We would have already seen Jujutsu Kaisen when this comes
Yeah.
out.
Tune
Yeah.
in next week.
Yeah. Well, next week, yeah, because they'll see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know that.
I know.
But yeah, I think, and that's just, for me, that's how I'm rating them. Like, I think this is the best Batman, but I don't think it's the best Batman movie. It could be. It could. I think
Yeah.
with time,
Yeah.
like seeing a sequel and seeing like where he ends up,
Yeah.
I could be like, yeah, no, definitively, like this is the best depiction of it.
Yeah.
Right now, it's just hopeful thinking that he will get turned into a bachelor. He will,
Yeah.
you know, develop into a good Batman.
It's all on how good. It all depends on how good the writing is gonna be.
And I don't know if this is like true or nothing, but like I mean maybe you would know more. But I was talking to my boss about the movie because she was excited to see it, and she said that one of her kids told her that the timeline where this is set is because in Dark Knight he's already been Batman for a while, right?
Yeah.
And then we even see it in Dark Knight Rises where he's like that's like towards the end.
Yeah, he's like crippled. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
he's already trying to get out of it. You know, he's hurt. He's like beat up basically, right? And she said that in this one, this is apparently supposed to be him like a month in, like he's still
It
fresh.
was 2 years.
They mentioned it 2 years.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
years?
2 years. Yeah, when
2
he
years.
does his little journal or whatnot.
Yeah.
He
He's
says
just,
that he's been
he's
doing it for 2
2
years.
Really?
years. Yeah.
Oh,
He's
I
like these
didn't catch
past
that.
2 years.
Which I really like that little throwback. Because
Yeah.
if you like read Batman Year One, the whole point of that, the comic is set up in a way where he's writing in his diary, and he has like a diary, and I like how they implemented that.
Yeah,
where he's just
it
like,
definitely-
I've been staying up every night
Yeah.
for 2 years. Like you would kind of start losing your mind. So for him to,
Yeah.
like have to keep track of that shit in the journal is really really cool.
Wait, when you say Batman Year One, what exactly do you mean by that?
There's a graphic novel called Batman Year One, which I have it. That's the one that I wanted you to borrow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that one's his first year, like doing Batman
Okay.
stuff.
I guess I got confused because I have the New 52, and so there's
Oh,
one
Zero
that's like
Year?
yeah.
Zero
and so
Year?
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
I
yeah.
can't. I don't know if it's that.
No,
or if
no,
it's
no,
different,
no,
right?
No,
Okay,
that one takes place in the New 52 universe. Sorry, I don't know if this is. If any of you guys relate to,
For the ones
to
who
comic
don't
book
know.
talk, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
lost.
I read some comics, but I'm not all of them.
Yeah, no, I even going into this, I went back and reread like my favorite Batman like stories, and they follow them pretty well.
Really?
Like, there's a bunch of cool Easter eggs. Like,
Yeah,
I'll let you
yeah.
borrow. I have the Long Halloween in Year One, which I think they have. Even 0 Year a little bit, like with the Riddler flooding the city. Like
Zero
that's,
Year was
yeah.
really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, you could tell they did their homework with the movie.
Yeah. Which I don't know. It's just what I appreciate. Like, and it seemed like it's not even just a director. Like even like Robert Pattinson, like he said, like, oh, if they were to get a Robin, he only wants to do it if he's actually 13. And I think that would just be really.
Yeah.
Like I could
Yeah.
see him.
Yeah.
I could see him seeing a 13-year-old and thinking that's a good
That's the
idea.
good. Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
that making him mature more. Like,
Yeah.
be like, oh dang, like maybe I shouldn't. Like put a 13-year-old out on the streets like
Yeah.
I even really liked like the whole depiction of the romance between
Catwoman?
Batman and Catwoman.
Mm.
Like it wasn't done. Well, I mean, for example, it wasn't a romance, but
It did feel like it developed.
Yeah, definitely.
The
like-
Anne Hathaway one. Like,
Yeah,
I felt like-
that's
felt
what I was
that
gonna say.
ending
I was
never
like, that-
deserved.
like what? Like this. Not only that, but it's like this is the first movie that they present her, and she's kind of brought in like with
Yeah.
no real
He starts
exposition.
the movie like, oh, I miss Rachel.
Yeah.
And then by the end, he's loves her enough to move to Rome with her.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
like,
Retire,
yeah,
basically?
Yeah, retire. Yeah. No, I get what you mean.
And in the Batman, I think it was just like Marco said, it developed, and it wasn't rushed, and it wasn't like dragged out. And not only that, but you could almost say that they developed and not ended, but it the way she left felt like, you know, you could kind of
Like, damn.
yeah, you're
That's how I
kind of
feel, yeah.
you're kind of you kind of feel for him in that sense. Even the whole you know, you kind of see him playing
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
they're
then they
going
like
towards
stop.
when they're going
Yeah,
towards the
same.
crossroads.
Yeah,
And she goes left and he
Yeah.
goes right.
Yeah.
And it's not even like he doesn't sit there and just be like, you know, like in a more dramatic movie or something.
He
where
sees her
it's
like in the rear view
he
mirror.
sees her,
Yeah.
he goes and then he
Yeah.
sees her just in the rear view mirror.
Yeah.
Like
I thought
it's
that
just
was
like,
such a-
dude, I love
I
those
just
type
got
of
those
type of
Yeah.
scenes where you're just like, ooh, I love the way they did it.
Like,
Like,
that's the thing, bro. You're riding your motorcycle, you're going, but then you're like, I can't help but just look.
yeah,
You know?
like, exactly.
Yeah.
Like not enough to where he's like I'm so
like, he
like,
just
you could say like
glimpses
whipped
at
over
his,
this
like-
girl that I'm gonna
Yeah.
leave my dude. No, like
'Cause if
there
he
was
didn't
never
care, he wouldn't have looked.
there was never no change in him in saying like, oh, I kind of want to go with her, or I'm actually kind of thinking about it. No,
Yeah.
he always remained looking forward
Yeah.
and not losing a single step in like the purpose.
Yeah.
But it gives you the little nod where like no, but he cares.
Yeah,
You know.
No, and that was one thing because again, like, you know, I'll go out like once I'm done watching movies, like I'll watch like some reviews to see if like I'm on the same page with people, and that was one thing that I know that I had seen that someone said that, oh, I just didn't buy them being in love, and I don't think like they have to be
No,
in
it's
love.
not.
in
Man.
love.
Like
yeah.
they're like I buy them being attracted to each other. Like they're the same line of work, kind of like they. Like, I think you said it when we watched the movie, like when he grabs her like by the head, when she's like, oh, why am I feeling like you're using me as bait?
Yeah.
And then he's like, look at me.
Yeah.
And then he looks like in her eyes,
Yeah.
but then he plays it off as if he's
Yeah.
looking at the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, it looks good.
Like a double play. Where
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like he's trying to check the camera, but he's also reassuring her like
He's
I
like-
got you.
Like, do I look
Yeah.
like I'm lying to you?
Yeah.
And that even is something I really liked about his Batman. What other people are saying, like, oh, emo, it's like, yeah, sure, I get the whole, like, obviously he does look like the hair,
Yeah.
and like obviously especially after he takes off the suit and he has
Yeah.
the freaking
Which
eyeliner.
every Batman has had the
Exactly.
eyeliner.
Yeah.
It magically disappears when they take
When they
off
take-
the-
I know.
Yeah.
But you
He-
can see it like it's
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Robert Pattinson as Batman, I think he did a really good job, even with just his eyes alone.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the expressiveness
Not
and
everything needed to be
the
said.
expressiveness in
Yeah.
multiple scenes. Like, yeah, maybe it comes off a little like edgy or I saw a meme that was just like, yeah, it shows a guy showing up to school and he's just like opens the door and he's just like, you know, like stoic, cool.
Yeah.
And then it's just like, yeah, every guy after watching the Batman, or
Yeah,
every
yeah.
guy, the personality every guy thinks they have after watching the Batman.
Yeah.
And it's just, but like you said, he didn't. There was powerful moments in the silence because he did such a good job, and you could tell they focused both.
Yeah.
Like with that scene, you don't just get a scene like in third person or from a viewer's point of view panned out to both of them, and he's just like looks good.
Yeah.
No, you see it from her perspective. You're looking at him in the eyes. You know.
Yeah.
And that's again like with it being 3 hours long. Like I was like, man, like it'd have to be 3 hours long, but like it's taking their time with moments like that.
Yeah, that
other movies just don't
do.
Yeah.
But then going back to like why the second half felt so long, I remember we talked about this when we got out, but now that you said it, it's the repetitiveness. Like
Yeah.
I hated that like Carmine told him that Maroni killed his family.
His family.
But then he has to go talk to
Alfred,
Alfred.
and
Alfred
Alfred tells
the
him-
same thing,
Yeah.
only that Carmine did it. When like how you said that you felt that scene when he goes back to Alfred felt just so cliched with like how Alfred gives him his hand.
Yeah.
And I think it was more powerful when he first sees Alfred, and then the doctor comes out and says like, "Oh, and any next of kin," and he's like,
No.
it's just me."
Yeah.
Because
That's enough.
He said,
Yeah. That you're not my dad. Yeah,
and
yeah.
that moment right there was like, you could tell, without having to them interact, he's like, oh fuck, like I do care about this guy.
Yeah.
But then they redid the scene like right afterwards, and I'm just like,
where it's just
I
like,
bought it. Like I bought
he
that
has
he cares about it.
He has to get it he has to get the info from the old man in the in the life or death situation, I guess, in the hospital.
But the thing is, like, he didn't even get an answer. Like, he was just like,
I don't know, maybe it was just a random guy.
It could be. I speculate. And it's just like,
no, but you know what?
Yeah.
Actually, as much as I can criticize the scene for what we just said, actually,
that it could have just been anybody.
The way they led to it wasn't just like, wasn't the typical, where it's just a line to like the filler.
That line was good.
No, like the line was delivered good enough to where I was just like, I mean, if I was in his confused state, it really could have just been a coincidence, you know, like.
But you see, but I think that's why. Like, and again, I mean, it goes back to them depicting like a very young Batman who's like naive or whatnot. The fact that he even believed Carmine in the first place. This criminal is gonna tell you the truth, and you're just gonna take it at face value and be like, yeah, Carmine said that, so it must be true.
Wait. When he talks to Carmine, does he already know that he's Catwoman's dad?
Yeah.
Or does that come out later?
No, he knows already.
No, he knows.
But that's never. That line was kind of.
That was just kind of.
That was kind of like because it never amounts to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I mean, I was just kind of like, okay, if he already knows he lied to Catwoman, why wouldn't you assume that he's gonna lie to you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Especially with
him just being a criminal in general.
Yeah, that exactly.
Yeah.
That being his place, like really, you're basically going to this dude's house and asking him to be completely honest with you about something that
you murdering his own dad.
Yeah, that involves him.
Did you murder my dad? No.
But this other guy.
Okay.
Did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Just hella leaves. Just like, come on, man.
It was just that part that I felt could have been shortened. Like, and I told you, there's just two parts that I feel could have been shortened. It was that part and the riddle. Like, him going to the orphanage. When he types it into the computer and it says, like, orphan, I immediately thought Bruce Wayne. He's going to kill Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
But then it's like, no. Then they're like, we need to go to the orphanage. And then it's like, they go to the orphanage. And then he's like, shit. It's me.
Yeah.
And then, like, I don't know. Part of me felt like they didn't need to do that. And you could argue, oh, well, that's where he learns about renewal. But not really. It's not until he goes back home and looks at the files
and everything.
Yeah, and I was like, so take that scene at the orphanage out, and it's the same.
Short and
So,
sweet.
yeah. I agree with you on that. Like, I do feel like that part could be skipped. I just kind of feel like, now thinking about it, maybe it did play a role when he's talking to Riddler in the prison, where he's like, oh, because we get the idea that he knows who Batman is.
Yeah, but he doesn't.
That was a good switch.
Yeah, that was a really good. I liked it a lot.
And how it was
I liked it a lot.
The music's going like really tense.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, oh shit, does he know?
And I remember just sitting there and being
Not
like,
even does he know. Again, it has to do with the eyes. He was like it was like it was a defeated look of like he knows who you know.
Yeah, I just remember being like, oh, fucking cliche. He already knows.
Nope.
That's crazy. Really, and then he's just like, but Bruce Wayne. I was like, hold up.
Yeah.
What?
That was really good switch.
It was, I guess
he makes him see like the orphanage and like it gives you like a point of reference where it's like, because he tells him that like, oh, you don't know what being an orphan is like. Like Bruce Wayne would never know what.
Exactly.
Being a real orphan is like.
And so I think maybe that's what he was trying to like prove by sending him to the orphanage. But the thing is, you would assume that Batman already knew that and wouldn't have to go to the orphanage. But I think movie-wise, director-wise, that's probably why they did it. I just don't understand why they had it like they did that whole little scene where like they see something move and they're just like, who the fuck is that? And it's just like some bums.
Dope heads.
And then they just drop it.
Yeah.
Like I was just like,
it's just a dope head. But that's again, that plays back into the whole thing about it being Gotham.
Yeah.
Like they're just like, well, like I mean,
just,
what are they gonna do? Like it's infested with dope heads. Like, no, but because we talked about this too. I always thought that it could have been condensed. Like instead of him following Catwoman to her apartment, he could have just followed her straight to the mayor's house, and then you find out later about her friend. But I do like the little detail. I know that, like, I remember someone in the movie theater went like, "Oh my god!" Like when he's looking through the binoculars and he's seeing her get changed. And we talked about it, and I said there was nothing about it to me that was
Came off,
sexual.
like, creepy.
Him,
Yeah,
like,
no,
creepy.
Yeah.
It was just like, no, he's doing like the detective thing.
Like surveillance.
Yeah, he's doing the detective thing, and it's like if he didn't look at her, like he wouldn't have seen her change. He wouldn't have seen her like
Change into
get in
Catwoman.
It didn't feel like the rush hour binoculars.
where they were being creepy about it.
Yeah.
I feel like he was just like, maybe there's like an element to it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Just because they did a good job with him being a fucking detective. Like,
Yeah,
I don't know,
yeah.
just him having that camera and then going back home and undoing the cipher and him working with Alfred. Like, there's so much. That's another one that you need to read. Is Batman Earth One.
Earth One.
Yeah, that's another one that I'll let you borrow them.
I might have the pot for that one actually.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
get back to you on that one.
Yeah, because that one's like, it's just a more grounded take on him,
Mm-hmm.
and I like that little change that Alfred is the one that trained him to fight.
Yeah.
Like, because Alfred, he has a military background. Like,
Yeah.
So it would make sense that
He's competent.
raising this kid, he would teach him how to fight, and it just like, I don't know. It just, you could tell that this is just a rich kid who went to a military gear store and got like suited himself up and was just like, I'm gonna go fight crime. And like when he eats shit, like when he jumps off the building,
Hey, he does a wingsuit.
Dude, he ate because right when he was going, I was just like, how's he gonna slow down?
I know.
Like,
And
he's going
dude,
fast.
and he fucking.
And I told Eric, I was like, it kind of felt stupid, but you could tell that he just didn't plan this.
No.
Like,
No, he didn't.
He thought about it on the fly. I don't think he's ever even used the wingsuit because when he got to the edge, he was like,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, yeah.
You know what I will say though? That part, okay, you know what? It made me laugh when he crashed. I'm just gonna say that. It made me laugh when he crashed.
Yeah.
And so, like, I guess when I saw him run towards the roof, I was like, he's gonna jump off. But I was expecting kind of like, like in the video game, like he
Like
kind of
a cape?
he spreads the cape,
Yeah.
and I don't know what he
Which-
does with his legs, but like it just looks cool that way. Like I feel like the cape a lot of the times in the movies, anyways, they're just more aesthetic, right? And then but in the
Yeah.
games, like he actually uses
More
it because it has
function.
like function.
Yeah.
I mean, the Christopher Nolan one did, like, he glided with
He
it.
glided
with
Because
it.
he
The
could
static-
make it stiff.
Yeah, he
Oh,
make it
okay.
stiff
Yeah.
by getting like a static, some current into the.
Yeah,
Huh.
which I kind of like that. Because, again, the Christopher Nolan one always told you that it was based in reality, but there was parts of it that just felt too fantastical.
It felt like the DC movies,
Yeah.
or
Whereas,
maybe
like,
not that
no,
much. Okay, not that
yeah.
much. I'm sorry. That
Like, the military equipment, I'm like, I don't know, maybe that does exist, but
yeah,
would he have access to it without looking suspicious? Like,
yeah.
him having a cape, like, I don't know much about capes, but I don't know if I can get a cape and jump off a building and it would help me float. Like,
Yeah. You kind of just have to suspend your
Yeah.
It's like
disbelief.
like best case scenario is like a parachute.
I don't think capes
Not
work
even-
that
not
way.
even
No,
best case
Don't get me
scenario.
wrong.
Yeah.
The closest
I
thing,
just picture like like a cloth umbrella.
the closest
Yeah.
experience that I have to a cape is just getting a blanket wrapped around my neck.
Yeah. which again, like, I just, like, I know that, like, it would look cool, like, but I like that, like, grounded take where it's like, no, like, he can't glide.
Yeah, he
like,
can't
if he's
glide.
gonna fall, he's gonna fall. Like,
Yeah.
he's gonna drop like a rock.
Yeah. So I was expecting the cape thing because I was like, ooh, that'd be kind of cool to see. He did the wingsuit, so I was still kind of like, okay, I'm impressed because he thought of that on the fly.
I like how.
Yeah. Like, I zipped it up.
Yeah. And I like how subtle all the go-go gadget moments of his
And
suit
they're-
are.
And they're
They're
there. Like, he's
they're there
using
and they're
it.
minimal and it's
Like,
yeah, dude.
like, oh, that wingsuit was always
It's just
there.
simple,
Like, he didn't
because-
get it because this is the mission.
Yeah,
that he's
no,
on.
he got it there because he thought that, hey, contingency plan. One day I might need this shit, flying off of a fucking skyscraper.
Yeah, and again, like, I feel like in future movies that could be paid off. Like, you can tell that, okay, I fucked up that one time. Like, I'm gonna figure out how to use this thing or develop something where he can glide, like with the cape.
Yeah,
I would like to see progress.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
the
yeah.
gadgets,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying like it's just the gadgets, like the way that he, because in the Christopher Nolan movies, I always felt like his gadgets were always mission specific.
Yeah.
Like when he goes and gets Lau from to bring him back to the U.S. Like he has the cluster bombs that he shoots at the window, but he never carries that around with him
Yeah.
All the time.
all the time. Whereas like in this one, it's like he has the bat symbol, like that he could take out,
The
the
batarang.
adrenaline shot,
Yeah.
the grapple hooks. I like how he like
The
takes them out
adrenaline
of his
shot I
wrist.
loved.
Yeah,
Yep.
the adrenaline shot was still, because I'm like, you would think he would have something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
that he's like getting his ass kicked, like just. And I
No,
noticed
and
that
I-
too. Like
and
it
I-
has like an opening.
and
like
I-
the
no,
suit.
Yeah,
and-
it did, yeah.
Yeah, for like an injection.
Like plugged it into
Yeah,
it, yeah.
So
No,
it doesn't have an
and I
opening
think
in
the
armor.
thing I have seen that somewhere though. I feel like they got that from like the animated series or something.
Yeah.
I don't know why I feel like I've seen Batman.
I
Do
feel
that.
Some people have said it was like a Venom, like their the stuff that Bane uses.
Yeah,
So
that's what I
enhancing-
thought
yeah.
at first. That's what I was like, oh, like it could be the yeah.
Like it's something that he developed that then further down the line creates like a villain
Yeah.
for him that he needs to deal with.
But wasn't the Venom created by Joker though? Well, I guess it's not even.
Well, I was like,
we
no,
don't
that was like
even
in
know.
Arkham City. That was like a variation of it.
Mm.
That was Titan, the Titan formula. That
Yeah,
was,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Roll Baker. Yeah. Which, like, I mean, again, like they could take creative liberties and however they think would fit their story. But what was the other thing? Like they had the Venom shot. Oh, I talked about this with Eric, and I noticed it the second time I watched it. I didn't notice it the first time.
What?
Because Eric was like, oh, it's cool that he can dodge bullets and stuff, but I was always worried that he was going to get shot in the head. Like, why are they always just aiming where he
Yeah.
can't get hurt? And when I saw it, whenever he's running and taking cover, he does this.
And yeah,
Every single time. Like, anytime he's getting shot at, he'll go like this or like this.
Uh-huh.
And you could see bullets, like hit his
ricocheting.
arm.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
they're trying to shoot him where he's soft.
Yeah.
But he knows that people are going to aim for that. I don't know, just that little attention
I didn't
to
notice
detail.
that.
Yeah,
When I noticed
Yeah.
it, when he was in the club and he ran by, I was like, oh, okay, that's why he's not getting shot
I
at the
thought
face.
he was just like, fuck, I'm getting shot at.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have fucking
Yeah,
done
yeah,
that.
But I don't know, I think it's just, I like that I went to go see it again, because it's like little stuff
Just
that,
little
like
things.
that.
you
Pick
had
up
you had
on?
more. Yeah, since you knew what was coming, you could observe a little better.
Yeah, no, and it's,
Dude, okay. Here's the one thing with that movie that I was like, okay, it was entertaining. I thought the gadgets were cool. You know, a lot of cool little emo moments, right? I can't tell if they did it on purpose or if it was just like really bad fucking acting. But like there were some parts that just had me fucking like cracking up, dying. Like, okay. For example, when he crashed in the wingsuit, like I found that kind of funny. And when I heard like, oh, maybe it's him like in his first month or whatever, it makes sense because he's like a novice, he's new to it, right? Just slams in his shit all the time. Sorry, was that?
yeah, no, it's fine. No,
Okay.
I'll lower it later.
It was just like, okay, you know, he's new to it. It's bound to happen. But then there were like scenes like when it's Falcone, right? Or who's
Carmine? Yeah.
Carmine's like
Falcone.
running away.
Oh, he's like-
he runs away like kind of funny. Like, and the thing is, he runs away normally every single time, except for that one time. He's like,
Yeah, well, that to me, when I rewatched it, I was like, I didn't really pick up too much on it, but I
Yeah.
was just like, I don't know, it made sense in the context of what was happening. Like, you know, shots are going off, the room is dark, like he's trying to stay low because he doesn't know where the gunshots are coming from. And it's like an older guy, like, an old guy's not gonna be like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect,
he's gonna be
perfect
walking,
form.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I know the wingsuit thing. That's why I think that when people said that the movie isn't funny, I felt like it was funny.
It was
not
funny.
in the like
Not-
typical Marvel way.
Yeah, no,
It
no,
was funny when it needed to be, and that moment where he crashes, I think it was supposed to be funny. Like it's him. He fucked up.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it reminded me of
like I
Spider-Man
said,
2.
it's very real.
Uh-huh.
When he loses his powers and he like jumps and he like
And
eats
it's just
shit.
yeah.
And like it's funny because you see him eat shit and you're just like, oh, you know, he's definitely not like at his A game right now.
Yeah.
Or like when he's in the police station and it's just like, let me talk to him. Dude, like, I don't know why I found it so hilarious the way Gordon was talking to him. Cause he's like even doing like this little head bob. He's just like,
Yeah,
you gotta get out of here, man. And I was just like, yo, this guy sounds like he's smoking a joint with this guy or
like
something.
he's just.
Yeah, which again, then when we saw it, like I was like re-seeing, and it's like he was trying to act tough, like play it off to the other cops because the other cops want to get him arrested. He's trying to get them out of there.
Yeah.
Like he's trying to get Batman to escape, so he has to act like he's reprimanding him, but like try to whisper into him like, "Hey, like I got the keys in my back pocket."
But it just sounded. I don't know. I guess the delivery was funny to me because I was like, dang, he's about to
was trying to
kiss
look
him.
intimidating.
I was like, he's gonna
like to
Yeah,
show his.
And I mean, he could do that. Like he could be like, hey man, like the keys in my back pocket. You know what I'm saying? But like he's doing like this, like you gotta get out.
It felt way too suspicious.
I was like, yo, what's going on here?
But I do like the fact that even the cops were, like, what are they doing in there? You know, it was just like what, and it happened pretty smoothly.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like there were these scenes where like I can't tell if they did that on purpose, or if it was just hilariously like awkward acting. And you know what? I think it might have been on purpose because like I think it was supposed to be funny because imagine sitting in a movie theater for 3 hours.
Yeah.
And it's a series. It's serious. It's Batman, right?
Yeah.
I don't think I could sit 3 hours watching a serious Batman because I feel like putting myself in the shoes of the director, right? Mm-hmm. It's kind of hard to have someone's attention seriously for 3 hours.
Yeah.
So what I noticed, at least from my perspective watching it, like whenever I'd be watching it and I'm like, okay, action, this is cool, we're learning things, and then there'd be the points where you're just kind of like, oh, right? But then something funny happens and you're just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then you're kind of like, you laugh it off, and then you're kind of, okay, let's see what happens. It kind of keeps you, it re-engages you. You know what I'm saying? Because there was a lot of stuff like that. like when they're talking to Penguin, and then he's just like,
I love that.
We
talked about that.
Look at what they did to my, oh my God, what are you showing?
Oh my God, what are you showing me?
Yeah, no, I love that. And then even like the stuff with the Riddler, like I liked him being awkward.
Yeah.
Him being like when he just like starts singing, like
yeah.
I don't know, just like I don't know, I'm just like, dude, this is a fucking
The
loser.
screaming was cringy. Like I'll say that his screaming in a lot of the videos was just super. Like there was no cool serial killer. Yeah. No, like it was just deranged.
Yeah, but more
like
that's
it just deranged.
What they are. Like,
yeah.
There's no. You see someone like that,
there's no glorifying
cool.
it.
Yeah.
It's all the way there. Yeah.
I love the fact with Gordon in the Gordon scene where he punches him. The fact that he doesn't pull back the punch, and then in the next scene, I thought it, and then he expresses the same thing. Just like you could have pulled back that punch, and it made me laugh then because I was like, "That's so true." Like he didn't pull that shit.
Well, and then he says it. He's just like, "I did."
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Dang.
Yeah, no, but yeah, I mean,
overall it was good.
Yeah, overall I think we all liked it.
Entertaining. I agree with.
Yeah.
Coming from someone who doesn't really like, I don't think I've seen all the Batman movies, so it's like I'm not
add it to the list
on that. Like I don't have the history of Batman as much as like Rigo does or like you guys. So coming from me, I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was cool.
That's kind of what I like when I came out and when you said that you still liked it. I was like, oh,
I liked
cool.
it.
Like someone who's like not that familiar with stuff
that like world. I guess I mean, I've seen I know the Batman story. Like that's why I even asked him. Like I even asked him. I was like, do I need to know anything before like watching this movie, or is this just like the basic like Batman story just remade with another actor?
Most of the time they're the same like storyline.
Yeah.
His parents are gonna die.
Yeah.
I love that they didn't show his parents dying.
Yeah.
That's what I thought it was gonna show because I know that like story is like his parents.
Like you've seen it like enough times. Like it's like the whole Spider-Man thing. It's like, do we need to see Uncle Ben die
every single movie?
So I mean, I thought it was entertaining. The first like couple hours, like Rigo said to it, like it didn't seem like it was that long, but then like that last part, I was like, okay, I'm fidgeting in my seat now. Like this is kind of long. Like I want to get up. I want to stand up.
Yeah.
No, and again, I mean, I know we've like exhausted most of our time talking about this.
Yeah.
And like we still haven't even talked about like, I mean, it's a 3-hour fucking movie. To talk about it in like 30 minutes Like, even an hour is kind of a lot. To,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we didn't even talk about the Batmobile. Like, me and
Oh, that
Isidro
was
were
pretty
just
cool.
smiling, like, in
Oh,
our
yeah.
seats.
It was so
freaking-
funny.
Yeah, the
when he
Yeah.
turned
Batmobile
on
was
the car.
dope.
I wasn't sure if, like, he stalled the car when, like, he's, like, revving the engine, and then, like, Penguin's just looking at him, and it goes, like...
Oh yeah.
I wasn't sure if he stalled it, or if it was, like, an intimidation.
a
like
bluff?
Yeah.
But it still made me...
A bluff
Yeah,
charge.
both worked for me either way.
I
Yeah,
thought
I
it
mean-
was a cool scene when he was standing with the fire in the back after.
Oh, like
Penguin-
after
when he's walking
Yeah.
out.
I was just
yeah.
like,
The car was
that's pretty
spinning in
cool.
general.
Yeah. I was like, I
When they-
like that scene. That scene was cool.
Yeah,
Like,
when they put the camera in the Penguin's car as it was spinning.
I said-
that's
yeah,
what he like
yeah.
too. He was like, yeah. And then they showed his face. He was like, when he was like,
I
creeping
do
up in there, I
think
was
the
like, yeah.
fact that like if it was rated R, it might have been a little bit better.
That's what they said about Deadpool.
No. Deadpool was
I love
rated
Deadpool.
R.
Deadpool
I
was
know.
rated R.
It was like, I think
But you,
They're
Well,
rated R.
you're tripping, Marco.
Yeah.
it is rated R.
Yeah.
I think you're
No.
thinking of I know the movie that you're thinking of, but I can't think at the top of my head. But I don't know. There was part of me that was like,
No.
they got away with a
With a
lot.
lot.
Like the
With-
thumb drive.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
They
that was
did get away with a lot.
When he's got
was on the
severed
USB.
thumb.
Yeah.
But
not that bad though.
at least for that, for the
They didn't
penguin,
show it that much.
in
Yeah, they
that scene,
did.
I wish I could have seen more blood. Because I mean, the dude,
Flip like 30
Flip.
I know,
Yeah,
and he was like,
like-
completely like,
and-
clean.
Yeah, he was super. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that scene. That scene was cool. Cinematically cool.
Yeah,
No,
it
with
was
the
good.
fire.
Yeah.
Marco leaned into me. He was like, "I want that poster."
Yeah, it was a cool.
Yeah.
It was a cool
That could be
scene.
a background, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a cool scene. I liked that part. I was like, okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Guys,
It's
don't
aesthetic.
look at explosions. They turn their back and
Yeah.
walk away.
Yeah, no, I think for the most part, I mean, we hit most of the big beats.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't a huge fan of the Joker scene. I just thought that you could have waited to show the Joker.
It felt
and-
forced.
And
Yeah.
it felt very, again, like I told you guys, it felt like Amazing Spider-Man 2, where it was just kind of like, look what's coming up next, or this guy exists. Like,
Is that the
Little
one
tease.
where it ends and he's like about to clash with Rhino?
yeah.
God,
yeah.
I hated that.
Yeah. Like, I don't know. It doesn't serve any purpose in this story. I'm like, I don't know. I just didn't need to see him. I'm looking forward to seeing what he looks like. Because the guy that did his makeup is the same guy that did the Penguin's makeup.
Mm.
And that does not look like Colin Farrell at all.
I feel like they could have used that scene as the end credit scene instead of what they did for the end credit where they just like, dude, they showed the thing, right?
Yeah.
But going afterwards, the director has said that he didn't put that in there to say that the Joker's going to be next.
It's just he exists in the
He
world.
exists.
Yeah.
Like, it was just, I think, putting it at the end credits would be like if he has intentions of that being the next villain.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, he just said.
Because
he
he's
put it
also
in there.
already in prison.
Yeah.
Like the fact that he's in there, it might be a Batman in which we don't get a Joker.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
but we know he's in the world.
But he's in Arkham and Joker breaks out of Arkham.
Yeah. I
So-
mean, it could be that, like, they bring all the villains into Arkham and you have, like, an Arkham Asylum type story.
That'd
You
be
know?
fucking.
I would love
That'd be
to see
amazing.
an Arkham Asylum story.
Like, you know,
That
like, I
just
don't know,
sounds
you never meet
interesting.
Joker.
Huh?
That just sounds interesting.
Yeah.
I
It's
don't
just
really
like
know what
Yeah, like the Joker
Arkham
takes over.
Yeah.
Is yeah,
Yeah.
The asylum.
that's what the silent.
It's
Prison-
like a
yeah.
prison.
Yeah. But, like, I don't know, it'd be kind of cool if, like, every time that a villain kind of gets sent to Arkham,
Yeah.
you see them interact with Joker, and it's just like, bro, like, we're gonna take over this bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I think overall,
It's good.
would
I
wanna
enjoyed it.
rate it out of 10 or no ratings? Just
I'm-
we think it was good.
I'm gonna give
I'm
it.
gonna give it an 8.
I'm gonna
An
give
8 out
it.
of 10.
I'm gonna give it a strong 7.
I was gonna say 7 and
I
a
was gonna
half.
say
Oh,
7.5,
7.5,
but
yeah.
Like
I'm gonna give it an 8
I think it's 7.5.
just because I can see the
Like the potential?
critiques. Yeah, the critiques will work really well to set up an improved
This-
version for
yeah.
the next
Mhm.
movies.
For the
You know,
sequel.
like there's
a rough start.
I'd say a good start.
Yeah,
I'd say a good start.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even say rough. I'd say it's a good start, and the fact that it's good and not great is what makes me excited for the next ones. Because even the critiques that I have of it, they're mainly, it's just nitpicks, but it's like the foundation of the movie is really good. The story, the pacing, for it being 3 hours long, the villains, Batman himself, like everything was solid.
Yeah.
Like my
Everything
nitpicks
was
are
solid.
things that can be resolved with character growth and like developmental.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. I really like that.
Like it could be corrected in future movies. I don't know. I wanted to give it like a 9. Like I don't think it's a 10 out of 10 because it does slow down for me.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I feel like it could be a 10 if like the future ones like fix stuff and I could go back and watch this one and be like, oh, they set that up, or like, oh, this is how much he's grown.
Set it
from
up
there.
nicely.
Yeah, but I think I'd give it like a 9 out of 10. I really liked it. I mean, I saw it twice, so it kind of says a lot.
You were able
If I
to.
was able to sit there for another
Yeah.
additional 3 hours. Yeah, but
7.5. I would say for me. Yeah.
I agree with that. It made me laugh. It's kind of why I give it the 0.5.
Yeah, it was
Very
good.
cool. I
Yeah.
like that's like another adjective I give for it. Cool. It was cool.
If things make me laugh, I automatically rate it slightly higher. So
That's why he likes Bug's Life so much.
I
Yeah.
love Bugs Life. It makes me crack up every time I watch it.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. We mostly wanted to talk about Batman. Those would be like the main
major
bread and butter
But,
of today's show.
Yeah, but we did kind of leave off last week's episode with with
cliffhanger.
Isidro. Yeah, with a cliffhanger.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got to talk a little bit about Marco.
The Food for Less stories.
Oh, yeah.
Marco getting
Yeah.
the poop. I know, like I think that'll be a good way to finish it. Like we should be hitting time soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we should be hitting about time soon. So I think the same way. I think we ended it last week that way too. You told
With
your
the story.
The story.
The poop
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, the poop story. Yeah, so now we could tell Isidro's story and how he got fired. Well, I don't know. Do you still want to tell the story?
Yeah.
It was ridiculous, is all I gotta say.
Yeah, no, it's ridiculous. And,
I mean,
are you gonna give a
Very
shout out to the
stupid.
person who really wanted to hear the story?
oh
yeah.
yeah. Shout out Joanna, because you perked up when you heard that I was gonna tell the story.
Our
It's
number
cool
one
if we
fan.
name drop her.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't think she minds.
She's Marco's.
If anything,
It's Marco's sister, so.
Is
if
it
anything,
Joanna or Johanna with the H?
Joanna.
Like, you don't
Joan
pronounce it.
Joanna,
Sebastian.
like
My
Joan
mom made
Sebastian.
it very clear that she named her after Joan Sebastian, her favorite musical artist.
Yeah.
It's my mom's favorite too.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean,
Am I gonna have
my
to
grandma's
name
favorite.
drop am I gonna have to bleep out Johann Sebastian?
No.
maybe.
He's gonna get mad.
All right.
Rest
young
in
grave.
peace.
R.I.P.,
Rest in
bro.
peace.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, I mean, I don't think she'll mind because she even said, she's like, can I come?
She can be our guest.
Alright.
Yeah, no, I got
Guest.
a request for guests already too. That's what I wanted to tell
Oh,
you
yeah?
guys.
Oh, really?
So,
Oh, yeah?
Dang, we barely
We're
uploaded.
gonna
I already
have
got a request.
Celebrity picked.
Yeah, so we do listen to you guys. So if you guys are watching it and continue to watch, like, just let us know what you want to
Here
see
too.
or
Yeah.
hear. Again, we're gonna watch Jujutsu Kaisen next week. If Celeste watches it, which apparently she's gonna be
Apparently I
forced to
have
watch
no
it.
choice.
She doesn't like anime, so we do want her.
To watch it.
No, just talk.
Give it a
more shit,
shot.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like just hear my opinions on it.
Yeah.
Do I need to know anything
Oh.
for that?
Okay.
It's
No.
a prequel.
Yeah.
So,
No. Just
Okay.
go into it.
I just don't like watching things when it's like I have to watch something beforehand to understand what I'm watching. I don't like doing that. Like I
Okay.
need to watch everything in order.
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of like,
it's very interesting that she brings that up because I was going to ask you guys, do you think...
I haven't finished it.
Oh, no, this is the beginning, bro.
Okay.
So if it... This is a prequel, right? So this is even before the actual, like, season.
Yes.
Do you think she at least needs to know about... I'm terrible with anime names. I like anime and I'll remember scenes, but I'm terrible with fucking names.
Goju?
No, Sukuna?
Sukuna?
Does she at least need to know about Sukuna?
No, he's not relevant in.
He's not?
He's not relevant
Well, dude,
Okay.
the only reason he exists is because.
Well, I don't know. Don't tell me.
because
No,
like
because it doesn't.
I
It's not a spoiler.
I finished
He's-
it
I'm
already.
gonna watch it.
he's
yeah.
only
It's just like,
unsealed because
because
Yuji
Yuji eats
unsealed
the
him.
finger.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Remember, that's the only reason he exists is because Yuji ate the finger.
yeah. Like that's
Okay,
why he
yeah,
came
Not
back.
that he exists, but he came back. But before that, he had been sealed away.
Because then he was just like, oh, like I'm finally free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? For that first scene?
Yeah,
Okay, yeah. I mean, I'm trying to go
I mean, if
into it
there's any
spoiler-free,
information I need to
So
know.
I'm just
before.
interested.
Let me
Because it doesn't go that far back. Don't think it's like
Like years?
Don't think it's
Like
like
brutal.
like for however
Yeah.
long Gojo
That's-
it was that he
that's what I was
fought
thinking.
that he
You
fought
were thinking it was
Sukuna.
gonna be like medieval times? Or
Yeah, I
feudal
thought it
times?
was
No.
gonna be like samurai times.
No,
They're
no,
gonna
no.
chop
It
off
doesn't. It's
20
not.
fingers.
It's not that far back. It's only like 2 years, I believe.
Oh, okay. I was
Yeah.
imagining like feudal Japan, samurais left and
No,
right, and then there's a
'cause
dude
it-
going
no,
like this, and you're just
basically-
like, ha, got him.
Basically, the third years.
Yeah.
The third years, it's their first year. So it's 2
like,
years
it's,
basically.
It's what Goju says.
Maki
It's
Maki
Goju's
Panda.
quest on getting the crew that he's trying to form.
Yeah.
Because he talks
Basically.
about how he wants to get the most elite of the elite sorcerers.
Yeah.
So we'll hopefully be able to talk about that.
And I think I told you guys. Basically, what Jujutsu Kaisen 0 was like
But don't tell me. I won't go into spoiler free.
no. It was basically like the authors when authors submit like
He's all scared to like don't say anything.
when authors submit like an idea or what do you call it, like a draft to their to the publishing companies or whatever to get like greenlit.
Yeah.
That they'll publish
Like we'll go with this story.
That was his submission. What he submitted was Jujutsu 0.
Oh.
Because Yuta, who we follow in Jujutsu Kaisen 0, he was originally gonna be like the main protagonist of the story.
Oh.
But as things like
Something
as
happened.
he developed things, or he kind of like he went with Yuji.
That's interesting.
Yeah. So
I'm really curious to see that.
So like it's cool. It's
Okay,
really cool.
we can talk about this next week. We gotta
Yeah.
tell your story.
Yeah, we gotta tell your story. But yeah.
Not to mean to cut off the anime
So,
talk, but
what do I begin with?
Yeah.
Like, basically.
Shout out to.
oh yeah,
Oh
Joanna.
yeah! Shout out to Marco's sister Joanna.
She really wanted to hear the
Yeah,
story.
she wanted to hear the story, so here it is.
for you.
Yeah. And if any of you guys hear like us drop something and you guys want to hear it, just let us know. We'll talk
Yeah.
about it. Yeah. Good.
So yeah, I worked. What is it? 3 years. 3 years, 2017 and 2020.
SMH.
Just right in the pandemic.
Yeah. At Food for Less. So
Which from last week was a grocery store.
Yeah, Rigo worked there.
That
for
they
some
all
time.
worked at except
Marco
me. I didn't work there.
worked there for some time. So I had been 3 years. I got fired in October of 2020. Basically for theft. Or not basically, I mean for theft. They kind of I went in a Wednesday morning.
He was working like, what is it? Like morning shifts where you'd go in at what? Like at 4 a.m.?
4 a.m.
4 a.m. I think that's an important part
I
of
like
the
those
story.
shifts. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I used to love those shifts.
I like
get out early.
I like going at night, but I feel like waking up past 5:30 like kills the fuck out of me.
They were I mean.
So wait, they fired you at 4 in the morning?
Yeah,
Or was
no,
it
that
when everyone got there
that
later?
no. That shift I got. It
You
would have
were-
been better if they did it like that, but I got there that day. The day before, my manager had asked me to come in.
To the office? To
Our
the office?
closer called out,
Mm.
so he asked me if I could come in and work from 6 a.m. to what would have been like 3:30. That way they had someone in the department a couple hours longer. And so I went in at 6.
Yeah.
So I walked in and I turned left through the doors going down towards the break room.
All the little people.
And I'm walking
Visualize
past
it for you guys.
the big dog's office, and he's outside the office. And there's a couple people there, there's a couple people already there, like the POS peeps. And
Beep.
boss man,
He's trying to get the world record for amount of bleeps.
that was a close one.
The big cheese.
Boss
Big-
man
big
was just
dog.
like, hey, he was just like, hey, you think like I can see you in my office, or like, hey, let's go to my office. You know,
Again,
all right.
he still kind of works there, so we don't want to name drop everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
And we all still kind of hang around.
Which, by the way,
Fuck them. I'm just kidding.
honestly,
Fuck
yeah,
'em all.
I don't give a fuck. Fuck them.
I mean,
Basically, he calls me in. You know, I go in, and the LP was sitting there, or well, no, you know, the main LP, not just.
That's like our loss prevention, like store security.
Yeah.
pretty much.
He tackles people for chopsticks.
He was in there, and so like they sat me down, and I was just like, oh, like I
It's true. It happened before.
I literally had no idea
what you were being called in for.
what I was being called in for. I was just like, oh, like it's like he's done this before, and it's like a little joke thing, or it's him literally just telling me like, hey, you're gonna get like a 50-cent raise or something. You know, like it was never something.
Isidro was like, why am I getting fired?
No, like, dude,
Yeah.
that's pretty much
Yeah.
that was my reaction. Like, he was just like, hey, like, I just wanted to bring you in here because we're gonna have to let you go.
Mm-hmm.
And like, he was being serious. He was looking at me serious, and he had like
Did
the
you
papers in
laugh
his
when
hand.
he said that?
Yeah, I laughed. I was like, I like gave him I was like,
Cause you thought
What?
it was a joke.
Heartbreaking.
yeah, no, dude,
But,
like.
you legit, like,
I-
you think he was joking.
I thought he
like-
was joking, and he was just like, "No, like we're being serious. Like we're letting you go on what do you say
On account of
theft?" And I was like, "What?" I was just like, "What? What do you mean?" I was like, "What?"
Like,
And
do
I
have,
stayed
like, an
quiet.
evil twin or something?
No, like
know.
I was so in shock, and I stayed quiet for like a good period. I was just like, I remember even like walking in with the mask, and when he told me, I was like, I took my mask off, and I was like, "Are you serious?" Like almost like a plea for like, "No, dude, like look at my face." Like I took my mask off. I was like, "You're you're joking," and he was just like, "No, like here's your papers. Like we need you to sign." And I love how they treat you like a fucking. I know it's policy and stuff. Like I don't hold it against them, but they treat you like
You're a criminal.
you're going to prison, dude. Like he was just like, hey, like you can't go back there anymore. Like I was like, oh man, I'm gonna go fucking steal a bunch of shit now or something. I don't fucking know, but you're like, you can't go back there. Like, if you have anything personal in your locker that you want us to get for you, like we'll get it, we'll bring it in a bag, and we'll give it to you. And I was just like, dude, I might have left. Who knows what I left in there? But I was just like, no, clean it out, throw it away.
That's all dumb.
Like I was just like, I don't care what's in my fucking locker, dude. You know.
So they
Alright.
called in Batman, and they're like, we're gonna wheel you away to our
Dude, might as well have. I mean,
Can
you know,
explain what this account of theft was for? Like,
Yeah, because that was the stupidest thing that.
basically,
shit.
the
like,
3 years that I got there and how I got along with everybody, I got too comfortable. And so what I would do is when I'd go, I mean, I'd do it even when I wouldn't go early, but at that point I was going in, that was my shift, the morning shift. I'd go
So
in
he wasn't
early.
At 4 a.m.
Yeah.
I'd go in early.
Before the store opened.
Yeah.
Like,
And
The check stands aren't open.
check stands
like-
aren't open.
Yeah.
It's only night crew. You get there, and sometimes it's just like, oh, hey, you have to call them up so that someone checks you out, which is basically like they ring you out
Oh yeah, because I think the first checker doesn't get there until 6
till 6 a.m.
Yeah.
And I would do that at first, obviously, but for a while now, whether it was my lunch, and you're not supposed to do this, you know, it's time theft to them. You're not supposed to do this, but when you're clocking out for lunch, you're supposed to clock out and then get your lunch. They don't care how long it takes you. They don't care. No, you have your set time for lunch, and that's it. You clock in and out. I would obviously, from produce on my way to the check stands, I would get whatever food I might get that day from there or whatever if I was getting food, pay for it, go up, and then clock out. But that's not what I got fired for. What I got fired for is because I got too comfortable. So I'd go in the mornings. I wouldn't want to wait or bother someone to come check me out. So I'd say I got like a little 4-pack of Uncrustables or something, or a little muffins to like eat in the morning. I'd get like the muffins. I'd get like a little milk. I'd freaking scarf it down in the back, and then in my first break,
Scarf it down.
in my
That's an
first
interesting way of saying it.
in my first break, I'd go and I'd pay for it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't get receipts. Sometimes I wouldn't even take the things up there. I would just tell the checker, hey, like when I came in today in the morning, I got a little milk and so whatever muffins.
Like a muffin.
And I'd write down the prices, or I'd remember the prices and be like, oh, charge me this for this, for this, for this. No one ever, I was just like, I was like, they know me enough that they know I would never, and this was where I made the mistake. I was like, they trust me enough or know me enough that I would never steal anything, or that I'm paying. Like, I knew I shouldn't have been doing that, but I do it anyways. Whether at some point I forgot to pay for something and someone noticed, or like I said, I would do it even out in the open, which is also another fuck up I made. That were like, probably in the cameras, it might have just looked like I went, grabbed something, and then went straight to the back.
Yeah.
And so when they told me, the LP guy was just like, yeah, we someone pointed you out. Basically, someone saw whatever I was stealing or something, or I don't know.
He went straight for the Hennessy.
And let him know that, hey, like,
But they didn't go and tell the manager, no? Like, they told, like...
The LP guys?
Yeah, like, I don't know. Didn't they go, like straight to the top? Like,
Well,
with it?
I would assume, because they didn't...
Yeah.
They didn't...
It was, sorry.
Yeah, he said it was somebody. He said it was somebody.
He said that,
that gave him that gave him a tip that it was out of his hands.
Yeah.
And I was just like, okay, well,
for someone who's the director of the store, you sure got a lot not in your hands. What do you have in your hands? Because that's a question I would like to know.
Because fuck someone who sleeps for 2 hours, right?
Again,
in the back.
Like, and again,
but
like, he worked really hard to get, like, like that shift is like a big deal. Like, not like, I mean, as big of a deal as you can, like working at a grocery store. It's like, he worked hard to get that shift and like that position.
Yeah.
And it's like, and again, like there's people that have been caught like with like actual time theft, like sleeping
on
for
camera.
2 hours on camera, like in front of the camera. That one time when some people were outside playing with the carts and they uploaded videos onto Snapchat, so they had video evidence of them playing on the clock.
No, but God forbid you take some
muffins. Not even a write-up. And it's like, he takes a muffin and a carton of milk.
God forbid.
No, and like I said, to them it was like, he told me, he's like, we have you on video of 6 different times that you grabbed something and you did not pay for it. And I was just like, I didn't need, my stupid ass, obviously, I just didn't even say anything to them. But in my head, I was just like, but do you have, like, what exactly do you have on video? Me getting it and going in the back and eating it? I was like, then you, that's every fucking time I grab something like that. But it's like, what do you have? Do you have video of me coming back and just randomly not bringing up anything and paying at the check stand? It's like, did you ask anybody? No, like I was never, I would assume at least, I was never given the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
At least not that they told me. Because to them, literally that day, all I told them was just like, hey, like, don't. I was just like, I would like that, like.
You keep it under wraps.
You keep it under wraps. I was like, I don't want. I was, like, I felt so ashamed, even though I knew I didn't ever willingly steal something.
Which we talked about this.
Like I told them, and they were like,
people having an idea of you as something that
I'm not. Yeah, like that haunts me.
Yeah,
like not even their.
It's when you left.
I know.
Like, the fact that they have to walk you out.
They're like, you're not allowed back there.
Like,
if you have anything back there, tell us and we'll bring it to you.
It's the obviously the social aspect of like, man, what are these people gonna think of me? But not even that. That's not even the worst part. The worst part is like, I know, like, I'm being called the fucking thief.
Yeah.
That's what, like, my pride was what hurt the most.
And the fact that you did pay for this stuff, like it's something you're just like not guilty of. Like like, you know that you bent the rules, but it's like anyone.
But I was never.
You came back and
the
paid
fucking
for it.
rules.
Yeah.
Like it's like, and at the end of the day, he still did the right thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like I do this shit all the time. Anytime I come back from my lunch, like I clock in, then I go take a shit. I feel like everyone does that at some point. Like, I'm not gonna shit on my own time.
It's like, it's my break. I'm not trying to spend it in the bathroom. That's what working's for.
That's what working's for.
And it's like, I've seen so many people do it too. Like when they go on lunch, like if maybe like they won't pay first, but it's like I'll pick out what I'm gonna get and maybe leave it there, and then But it's like, bro, like
Yeah, I do that too sometimes.
Especially during like big, heavy like sale weeks or whatnot. The
Yeah.
lines are fucking huge.
Yeah,
like,
dude, I'm not gonna wait. Yeah, I'm not gonna spend my
you're gonna
lunch.
clock out for lunch and spend your 30-minute lunch like
In line.
in line.
Yeah.
Like that. Like what?
And like it was 4 a.m.
Yeah.
Like,
and that
like,
circumstance is very like specific because there's no checker at that time.
yeah,
Yeah, I know.
exactly.
So what the fuck are you gonna do?
Like, what else are you supposed to
No,
do?
and like I
It's
said, the thing is it wasn't just mornings, because I'm sure that you know how they are. When they went through tapes, they went back months, and probably followed me throughout my 8 hours. And it's just like what they saw. It's just like I could imagine what they saw, but it's just like it was never. It just sucked not being able to like prove to them that it's like, dude, I get what you saw, but it's not like that. Like I paid for that shit.
Yeah.
And like I said, if there was ever a time that I might have forgotten, which I'm forgetful, there might have been. Like, but it's just like there's no benefit of the doubt. There was no warning. There was no, hey, look, we want to like just talk about it. Like, hey, we know you do this. Like, explain to us because this is how it looks.
Yeah.
I think what it was.
No, it was just.
You're done.
That's why when they told me, I believed when they told me like, hey, someone tipped us off. I was like, what? Like, who the fuck would?
Look, you see, and that's why.
When why even tell me at that point though?
When you tell me that, like I know, like again, like I mean, I have my theories, and it's something like I can't like really say because it's like there's people that I still know that like I know didn't like you, and then like tell me that like there was malicious intent behind it because they do have a lot of like leeway in terms of like, for instance, when I first started working there, like I know that this supervisor told me not to tell anybody that this happened, but when I started working there. And they started leaving me there by myself, like at nights, and I had to close the department by myself. One time I finished super early, but they told me that I couldn't leave early. Like they told me that I needed to be there like until the department closed, but it was like 15 minutes, and I was just like, fuck, like I finished a little bit early, like kind of want to go home already.
Yeah,
15 minutes. It's not like I'm leaving like an hour
An
early.
hour early.
Yeah.
And the one not getting paid is you.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Definitely.
so I go. I'm like, all right, fucking, like, I'm trying to kill time, right? I'm like, there's nothing for me to do. I face, like, my department and everything. And I go use the restroom. And it's still not time for me to go yet. So I go upstairs, and I'm like, all right, I'm going to clock out. And I have 5 minutes left.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, like, all right, I'll wait for the 5 minutes. And then, sorry, I'll go back. I'll get rid of it.
Yeah, beep.
Yeah.
Beep.
Like, they see me.
We should get like a horn. Just like,
Yeah. Like, they see me, like, hanging out there, and they're like, what are you doing? And I'm just like, oh, it's just like I need to clock out in 5 minutes, but like they told me not to clock out early, and it's like, but I'm done. And it's like there's like I asked, there's nothing else for me to do, and they told me to leave, but I don't want to get in trouble for clocking out early. And then he was just like bro, like, don't do that, like you're stealing company time, like if you're gonna go, like clock out. It's like I could write you up for this, and like you could get fired over something like that. And like, but that's someone who was really high up that looked the other way. So it's like, to me, like the way that I heard this, like, was that they went outside of the store and went like directly to someone like in charge.
Yeah, maybe.
That like it just.
Yeah, who knows?
It
It's
makes
just so
no
ridiculous.
sense.
It must have. I mean, I would like to think that.
Flexible with
I would
so
like.
many things.
I would like
So
to think.
ridiculous
I would
to
like to
me.
think that there wasn't somebody who was out to get me like that, because I don't see. What would they stand to gain, or who it could have been
You
that
said you
really
knew people
did?
that didn't like him.
that
Can we
didn't
talk
like
about
me?
that after
Yeah,
this?
yeah, we can talk about it after
Because-
this. Yeah,
But
not that they didn't
I'm just
directly
kidding.
not like you, but that had like certain ambitions that like you got things before them.
oh yeah, oh for sure. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I already know who you're talking about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that.
I want to know, but after
yeah,
this.
yeah.
We need to get the horn.
But
and I mean, this kind of sucks because there are people that we used to work with that started listening to this podcast. Like, it's not you, trust me.
Yikes,
it's like,
I'm just
the
kidding.
people that
I mean,
we
if it
know-
is you, who really cares?
Yeah, who really cares though?
like this already happened.
No, but I know
If
that-
you're watching, I want you to know that I truly love you. And I mean that.
Yeah, no, and I can be fully transparent. The people that I know that we worked with there, that I know that like told me that listen to this, like I have no issue with them. Like it's not you. Trust me. Like
So, on record, it's not you guys.
Yeah, it's not you guys.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But if it is you, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, that was basically.
And can I add
Like
those muffins?
Let me. I know.
Those malditos muffins, bro.
No, those muffins were probably gonna like expire the next day. Anyways, like
Oh, because I told her, I was like, the only thing I can think of is because this I literally did in front of the LP office.
Uh-huh.
Like there was muffins up front, you know, when they had where they had the stands of when they would put the just depending on how the freaking timeline showed how they wanted to organize the.
Yeah, I just imagine so.
Bro, dude, I remember just like I and it wasn't even because of that. I remember I looked at them, and like they needed to be pulled, and I think I went back, and I put them.
They're out of date.
I put them back there because I know bakery set like whenever, well, you know, the produce that desk had that like little corner where people would set all the like the
place where it's not supposed to be.
Yeah, basically snacks. And I put it back there, thinking of telling that the bakery manager at that time, like, hey, I pulled these off, like they're not good no more, or like today's the date, the best sell by date, whatever. And I was like, well, fuck it. I was like, I'm gonna eat one, so I ate one, and that's what I told her. I was just like, honestly, like that's the most I can think of that. Like that they might have seen and then been like, hey, what the hell? This dude just came and grabbed and walked back.
Which is kind of dumb because
But
the old policy was that stuff that went out of code, you could eat until
Right.
it became a problem.
It was gonna get
Until-
thrown
yeah.
out
Until it
anyways. Like,
became
what the
a
fuck?
problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing. That it also wasn't even something like, hey, like I actually stole off property. Like I never walked out with anything that I didn't buy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, to me, what hurt me then was just like, man, like, you know, I'm not gonna say that even then I was just like super happy there. No, I was content, but it really teaches you a lesson that like no company or no person, nobody's gonna look out for you the way you do.
Yeah.
You know,
And
because you might get comfortable and think that, hey, I'm in their good graces. You know, they respect me. They view me like this. They know I'll never do something like that. So even though it might look like what I'm doing or what I am doing maybe is bending the rules a little bit, like I'm not a thief. So they'll never think that. And then it's just like, boom. Like that's what I get. Not even like it crossed my mind because obviously that would... That then I'd be stupid because it's like, hey, I'm doing something that really is wrong. But I'm kind of like, I'm okay with getting away with it and getting away with it. No, like, I knew in the back of my head that sometimes I'm just like, they might. I did it with the boss man himself. I would go up and I'm like, hey, I got like this and this right now. Like when I came in, and he like a couple times he charged me out. And when I first did it, I was just like, oh, he's gonna tell me something. He didn't tell me nothing.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Which again, I think it's the worst thing. Like
It
how
just-
you said
there was
that
no-
it was a wake up call for you.
Yeah,
because
it was
the place
just-
is super hypocritical in that like that's the environment they create where it's like,
Yeah.
oh,
Oh,
we're
we're
all
a family.
Good.
It's
Yeah,
like,
we're all family.
Like we'll give you like the
Yeah.
benefit of the doubt.
That's
like,
fake as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then and I mean again, like that's just corporate speak. Like we
Oh,
get
for
that,
sure. Yeah.
But it's like, but on the day to day for like the boss to look the other way for him to do that and then fire him for the same thing, like it's just kind of.
And again, I say like the same thing, and that's my viewpoint. To this day, I still don't know. To them, I assume it's just like what they saw was, oh, he's stealing, and that was that. This they never heard because, well, I didn't tell them, you know.
Which, because you haven't even ever gone back to the store since.
No, I haven't gone. I think I went back once, and I was just like, yeah, I fucking hate this place. Like, I don't want
Yeah,
to be in
fuck
here.
Fearless. I mean, sorry, Marco, I used to work there, but
Oh,
But-
it's okay.
technically.
I wish I got paid for sleeping.
Fuck. That was the
Huh?
that was the perfect way to end that story right there.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm just kidding.
Drop the mic.
I'll sit back down.
Did we hit time?
Oh yeah, we passed time. I stopped the fucking timer a while ago.
Oh, you gotta send it. You're a cue. You have to be like, hey.
I think we're at
Oops.
like 1 hour 20 minutes.
It's because
Okay.
I didn't.
With like the
Alright.
first 20 minutes shut off that we like set up.
I'll
Yeah,
tell you
yeah.
what. You got 9 seconds. Go.
Yeah. No. I mean, I think that was.
That was the story.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
Ridiculous.
Yeah. No. I think.
He's doing better now, is all I gotta say.
Yeah.
He doesn't need them.
Yeah.
And like,
Man,
you know,
fuck him.
I think
let us know in the comments.
Was that justified?
Was that justified?
would you like to sleep at work and get it? Because that sure is fuck with.
But yeah, I mean, we all have to. Again, we're recording this like impromptu. Normally we do this on a different day, but Isidro's going out of town. Marco's going out of town. Me and Celeste aren't. I don't know. I'll probably come over and watch the new Pixar movie with her.
I'm gonna go snowboarding.
There's a new Pixar
for
movie?
the first
Yeah,
time.
the raccoon one.
What?
The little red raccoon, but it's only on Disney Plus.
Which one?
Huh?
There's a new movie.
Yeah, it's not a red raccoon, a red panda.
It's a new movie?
Yeah,
A
it
red
came out
panda?
today
From who?
What the fuck?
from Pixar.
How
Pixar.
have I not heard this?
No, who's the red panda?
No, that's like
What's
the
it
premise
called?
of the movie. I think it's Red Panda or something, or
What
Red.
the
I think it's called Red or something.
How have I not heard
Yeah,
this?
it's like a young girl or something, and she turns into like a little red panda.
What
And it's
the?
like
Nope.
something, but not-
I have
I've not heard anything about this either.
Yeah.
I haven't been on social media today yet, so.
I
That's probably
don't have social media, so I don't even know.
Yeah.
That doesn't pop up on my social media.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
Hopefully, by the time
It's
this
not your
episode
demographic.
uploads, we'll be on. Right now, it's on Spotify. This morning, got approved on Amazon, so it's on
We're on
Amazon now.
Spotify?
You're like, damn, we official as fuck. You can listen to us on your car ride home from work.
That was sick!
That's how you're gonna end every podcast. Last week you said
Oh yeah, oh my god.
I hate doing that voice.
And we were just
I
like,
just
you know what?
find it
We're done
funny.
right there.
I just find it funny.
Yeah, but yeah, okay, so yeah, I guess that'll be the outro. So we're on Spotify, we're on Amazon. Hopefully by next week we'll be on Google. We're still waiting to get. I already submitted the ticket or whatever. It just hasn't gotten approved yet. And then next would be Apple Podcasts.
Wow.
Yeah, that
We're
one
official,
took the
guys.
hardest.
Oh.
That one took the
Fucking
hardest to do,
official.
but hopefully it'll be up soon.
We also have
you, Steve
Instagram.
Jobs.
You see, yeah.
Wait,
Oh.
is that name drop?
Dude.
Yeah, but you're gonna knock
Cut
his
it,
heart.
cut it.
Cut it. The
Um,
action.
Oh, and Stitcher. We're also on Stitcher. I know some people use Stitcher for podcasts, so I use that too. So yeah, YouTube, Spotify, Stitcher, Google Play,
Holy
Amazon,
Grinder.
Grindr. Yeah.
Oh my
Anywhere that you can find podcasts, we're probably there.
Or is that just me?
This is just you. That's you in your podcast.
I mean, why not?
Yeah. Oh, and
Jesus
YouTube.
Christ.
Hopefully, I don't think there's a lot. Well,
I mean, the main
I'll probably
premise
do a
would
little
be
behind
YouTube.
the scenes clip. Most of our stories today were pretty long, so I don't
Like-
think I can clip them out.
Yeah, no, it's
And
pretty
maybe
long.
I'll do like
The
a clip
beginning
of, like,
was,
a
like,
spoiler-free Batman thing, where I cut out all the spoilers
Yeah.
that we said, but
Yeah.
just the beginning when we said good, 8 out of 10.
Yeah, 8 out of 10.
But yeah, no, we appreciate you guys for checking it out. I think we got like 3 subscribers that aren't us.
That's
If you-
more?
if you
than
watch-
I don't even
that
think
we
I
did in
subscribed, to be
general.
honest. I think I
I
liked
did.
it. Did I subscribe?
Oh wow, what a
I
big
don't
fan.
even-
Not
I
even.
don't know. No,
not
I
even
don't
my
remember.
own.
Comment.
My sister liked it.
Yeah, I liked
yeah,
it too.
yeah.
Unfortunately, my mom
What's the
still has
question
not
for
liked
this
it.
week?
No, yes. If you watched all the way through, comment muffins.
Muffins. Yeah.
Comment
When did
muffins.
Isidro get fired? When did Isidro get caught stealing?
Yeah.
Yes. Muffins.
What
Yeah.
item did Leonardo DiCaprio his ass for?
Yeah, it most likely was muffins. I mean,
Yeah. So comment that down
Ridiculous.
below. And yeah,
Yo.
Like, and
Audacity.
also comment if it was justified, because
Yeah.
yeah, we think it was stupid.
very stupid.
Yeah, I know this story wasn't as funny as last week's story. Maybe this podcast is a little bit serious this week, but
it's okay.
It's okay. It's gonna have
Yeah.
serious days. We get into some deep conversations
Yeah, yeah.
sometimes.
yeah.
I have plenty of ridiculous things that I've done. If you guys really want to hear them, just
Oh,
I actually have
hold on.
another story.
Uh,
Not like, well, kind of where Mark was going. Like, I have a story of my own too for next time.
yeah.
About
Whoa,
the
whoa,
first
whoa.
time I actually stole something.
Yeah,
Like, the first time that I remember, like, actually stealing something.
he was a thief.
I was
Oh
a thief.
fuck.
Yeah,
He's
but
bad.
so yeah, we have that story. We also have the Marco never told the story about him peeing on the fence. We had to vet that
Oh,
story a little
God.
bit. 'cause
All
he,
right.
He
Which
peed it
one?
last week, but then dude, I was like,
Yeah, I kind of just got
Damn, I
talked
feel
over.
so boring. I don't have any like interesting stories like you guys.
Topic for next one.
yeah.
Celeste has
Okay.
We need to
I'm
get
so
her
boring.
unfiltered-
I don't
her
have any.
unfiltered review of Jujutsu Kaisen.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yes.
We all
Yeah.
stay quiet, and she has to
I'ma be
tell
like-
us, summarize the movie for us.
Yeah. So
Oh
you're
my
gonna have to pay
God.
attention to
Yeah,
it.
next week
Damn
will be
it.
us, heavy Celeste.
Yeah, I'm really curious to hear
She's
your
gonna be so
opinion on
lost.
this. Yo,
Trust
she's
me.
gonna be like 2 out of 10, too much drawings.
Be like, I left within the first 5 minutes.
But yeah, so I don't know. You want to play us out, Marco?
Shit, I hella forgot.
Yeah. Hopefully, Cedro doesn't laugh the whole time.
I think he's good. He got it out at the beginning.
Yeah. All right.
Tell me when to go.
So yeah, good. Thank you for checking us out. Check out our Instagram page. We also have a Twitter page, the OFH podcast, YouTube, Spotify, anywhere that you can find podcasts.
Comment muffins.
Yeah, comment muffins,
Yeah.
muffins, celery, Cedrix, ragu, and marquise.
Marquise.
Yeah, Marquise. No, it's Marquise.
Nah, you gotta
That's
be
Marquise.
equal to us.
Yeah, it's yeah. It has a nice ring to it.
Put that on a t-shirt.
Vote what you want, El Cañón or marquise.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's set the poll. Let's set the polls.
You're about to go
He's into
strip.
that ASMR.
Huh?
You're about to go strip. Let's hit the polls.
Go.
Oh.
What happened?
Our friend's house.